What's up everyone, Kawaii here, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is time for the brand new Grisaia game, the newest installment in the Grisaia series. I, of course, am talking about Grisaia Chronos Rebellion. Yes, that's right, I'm so happy that we're finally getting a new Grisaia game. I remember I felt so empty inside when Phantom Trigger ended. I believe back in 2021, so yeah, it's been 2 years since Phantom Trigger, and I thought, I was worried it was gonna be like years, like decades. Okay, maybe not that long, but like I thought it was gonna be like quite some time before we get like a brand new Grisaia series. But luckily, I didn't have to wait too long. I mean, yeah, 2 years is kind of a long gap, but still. Basically, my point is, I'm glad we got it right now. We got a new Grisaia series, Chronos Rebellion. And this time, it looks like we are gonna see the return of the OG cast, the OG Grisaia cast. I'm, of course, I'm talking about Yuji, Amane, Yumiko, Michiru, Makina, Sachi, Kazuki. You guys know who they are. And on top of that, we're gonna get some, of course, since it's a new series, of course, we're gonna get some new characters as well. So, yeah, I mean, honestly, I can't wait. I can't wait to see the OG crew again, because it's been so long. I'm also interested in seeing how this new cast stacks up. So, you know what, guys? I'm gonna stop talking right now. Let's just get on to it. So, without further ado, let's get to it. And this game is $40, so like, yeah, this is gonna be a long one, I'm guessing. Okay, well, that's okay. Well, that's how we're gonna start off the series, huh? That's how we're gonna start off this game, huh? Okay. The girl anxiously looked up at me, tears shimmering in her eyes. How am I supposed to do that? Alright, yeah, Arata, our new male MC. I mean, you just kiss her, I guess. Those words. Girl closed her eyes. She puckered her lips and... The moment her soft, plump lips touched mine, I felt a connection with her. When our lips parted, I found Elle looking up at me with shimmering eyes as she coyly spoke up. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. We have to survive first. Let's get out of here. I wonder if we're gonna get the return of the Phantom Trigger crew as well. Okay, well that was it's not often that you see a visual novel or anime that just starts off with a kiss at the very first scene. I mean, goddamn. Usually they don't get to a kiss until like halfway through or near the end. No, Grisaia, because every Grisaia game is built different. It just said, no, we're just gonna give you a kiss at the very first scene. Right at the beginning. Literally the second you click the start button. It was nighttime, and the industrial district built on land reclaimed from the sea was devoid of any noise. All that stirred were several silhouettes, moving swiftly through the silence. The dark figures equipped with night vision, goggles, and assault rifles moved noiselessly from shadow to shadow, avoiding the moonlight. Command car.
今配置についた。いつでもいいぞ。デッドストックはどうした？俺たちの後ろでおとなしくしてる。引率はここまででいいんだな。構わない。彼らの目的は社会科見学だ。戦闘ではない。まったくよ。おもりをやらされるのも大概だが、その相手が死神野郎とデッドストックとはな。不吉だぜ。
Yeah, so admittedly, I did read the synopsis on the Steam page. Now, I didn't get into any really spoilers, but yeah, I am familiar with the whole term Deathstalk. Deathstalk is the term used to describe this new squad. Because apparently they're like, bottom of the barrel. They're like, they're kind of flunkies compared to everyone else. One of the commandos cursed as he glared at us, like one would glare at a piece of trash. You're not obliged to protect us. We won't get in your way either. Ouch. I knew he was only trying to spook me. I still widened my stance to try and protect the girls behind me. Okay, so these are our first two new girls, the first two girls that we meet in the new squad. This one's Sarika. And here's our obligatory loli, Flan. As soon as the command vehicle gave the go-ahead sign, the armed men sprang into action. They were members of the Special Forces, experts who carry out anti-terrorism operations. Yes, we all know what Special Forces are. They were about to charge into the abandoned factory before us, which was actually used by drug smugglers. We, the observers, watched from behind the safety of the line as the group of commandos moved forward without breaking the silence. There wasn't a hint of anxiety on Sarika's face, while Flan looked on tensely. We're up against terrorists, but they're fringe members, nothing but ordinary thugs. This shouldn't take long. It's supposed to be a simple mission. The fact that the Special Forces were called in suggested that the enemy had more firepower than the police could handle. Well, first of all, he's a Grisaia protagonist, and I doubt he's gonna be that sensitive. Second of all, I'll do everything. Oh, okay, well, that's interesting. Okay, I'll be quiet, you two. We're in the middle of an operation. While we were chatting, the commandos continued with the operation. There were two guards at the factory entrance. One was shot by a sniper. The other was grabbed from behind and had his throat slit with a knife, before he could alert anyone else. It all happened in mere seconds. Commandos dragged the bodies out of sight, effortlessly entered the factory. We couldn't see them anymore. There were 3 entrances, and since we hadn't heard any noise from the other two, the other teams must have successfully infiltrated the building as well. They're as efficient as you expect professionals to be. Take a good look and learn, Flan. Flan is an apprentice sniper, so I wanted her to observe the pros carefully and learn as much as she could. How about you practice sealing your lips? Ouch. I mean, y'all are teenagers, so... They may not be in kindergarten anymore, but the fact remains that these two are still trainees. They're students of Mihama Academy, a training school for special forces. These trainees form a secret organization called SWORD. Yep, we know. Well, I know. I used to be an active SWORD member myself, but due to various circumstances, I'm now acting as this class's instructor. Class D has a rather unpleasant nickname. We're called Deadstock by those around us. Since the students of Class D are still trainees, they're not qualified to participate in missions with the pros, but for some reason we found ourselves on the battlefield. No one to blame for all of that. The root of all evil was a certain fox-eared mad scientist. Koyori? No, it's her, Nessa. Did you really think we could? My students may be members of SWORD, but they're still trainees. We don't have permission to engage in combat.
参加してもらわないと困ります。何のために無理やりねじ込んだと思ってるんですか。ペッツの実践データを取るためですよ。そして、あわよくば実績を上げていただき、正式採用にこぎつけようと。
Is that really worth putting our students in danger? I'd rather not bring them out here at all. Not even to observe.
ペッツシステムの実践配備がその後に続く多くの者たちの命を救うのですよ。2人の命と100人の命、どちらが重いかなど算数を習いたての小学生にもわかります。デッドストックに価値を与えられるチャンスですよ。さあ、バチコーンと言ってきなさい。
She's the only person I know who would say things like that without a hint of hesitation. That's why I call her a mad scientist. That's what she is.
口に出してモノローグするのはおやめなさい。全部聞こえてますよ。いいから、今すぐペッツを起動させるのです。
Yeah, isn't PET like some sort of system that allows you to, like, I guess, communicate telepathically or with your mind or something? Alright, Serica, Flan.
あいあい。あれやるの
Context, girl. Pets on. Immense link. Serica was up first. I leaned in and looked her in the eye. This is how we synchronize our senses. Or at least, how we're supposed to.
師匠、やっぱりかっこいいな。
So, Serica is basically Rena. Like, if Rena and Murasaki had a love child. Stop acting like a love-struck girl during missions.
セリカの通覚に反応、インコが中断されました。何しました？
He most certainly did.
殴りました。
僕を罠にさせてるのは師匠なのに。
Lord. I'll try Flan first. You'll have to wait. I turned away from Serica and looked Flan in the eye instead. Oh my god, she's getting flustered too. What's wrong? Don't look away. Look me in the eye. How does it look, Ganessa?
未接続。全然ダメです。もっと激しく鼓動を揺さぶって、二人で高まって。
Hearts beat faster? Don't be ridiculous. How are we supposed to control our heartbeats?
抱き合い、ゼロ距離で見つめ合いましょう。視線でまぐわうのです。
Alright. I thought this was like a neural link or something. I don't understand how heartbeats play into this, but alright. I guess because brains and hearts are connected or something. The PET system links the neural signals of two operatives, which allow them to draw each other's abilities. The system makes use of implantable technology, so you could say it turns the users into cyborgs. The logic behind it is extremely complex, so no matter how often it's explained to me, I can never remember the particulars. This sounds like crazy mumbo-jumbo. The PET is still in its experimental stages, and those of us in Class D are Dr. Kurogane Nessa's personal guinea pigs.
おでこをくっつけて、外国のカップルがイチャついてる時のあの感じでやってみましょう。
Easier said than done, you quack. Go to hell.
ひどい言われようですね。それが嫌なら手でもつないでみてください。何でもいいから感覚を共有するんです。
Anything? I grabbed Flan's hand. It was so small that I had to wonder how she could hold her rifle's grip. What's wrong, Flan?
リラックスですよ、フラン。
Hey, to be fair, I know I've played enough Grisaia to know that sniping is usually a loli's job. Just ask Toka.
無理。いいなあ、フランいいなあ。次は僕の番ですからね、師匠。
I mean, of course she's being flustered. Don't you see she's engaging in involuntary, non-consensual, unprotected hand-holding? faint?
大丈夫？うわ衛生兵
Man, how down bad are these girls that they're fainting by just hand holding? Good lord.
ああもう今いい線いってたのにじらしすぎですあらた。
It's not easy being the only male in a class or in a squad. I need you to start taking this a bit more seriously, girls. While Class D was still struggling to activate their pet system, the commandos were moving the operation along. Push deeper into the factory, neutralizing all enemies they encountered along the way.
何か妙だ。どうした？テロリストの末端組織にしては装備が良すぎる。戦闘訓練も受けている動きだ。罠か？わからん。何にしても用心した方がいいだろう。
It's gotta be a trap.
不吉だぜ。デスサイン。奴と組んだチームは全滅するって噂じゃねえか。あいつ一人を残してな。ついたあだ名がデスサイン。元は名うての戦闘員だったって言うが、大方命惜しさに味方を見捨てて逃げたんだろう。死んでいった連中が浮かばれねえぜ。止まれ。敵か。いや、隠し扉だ。
Death sign. Are they referring to Arata? It was camouflaged to look like a wall, but it was definitely a door. The commandos checked for any traps before opening it, only to find yet another door. Unlike the rest of the grimy old building, this door looked new and robust.
電子ロック。貧乏テロ屋にしちゃいい設備だな。トイボックス、こちらアルファ1。電子ロックで保護された扉を発見した。目標はこの中だと思われる。どうする？タナトスに支援を要請する。しばらく待機しろ。
Oh, they're still putting Thanatos to good use. Wait, the Thanatos and Kazuki are. Oh, that's oh. Both Thanatos and Kazuki are in this. Oh. That's probably gonna make for a very interesting interaction. As the commandos await further orders, the door in front of them suddenly unlocked.
さすがタナトスさんだぜ。踏み込むぞ。援護しろ。了解。
Oh, there she is. Oh, there's two of them.
なんだこりゃ。どうした？何があった？
Yeah, they found something, all right.
何ってこりゃ。女の子だぜ。えらいべっぴんさんだ。おい、お前は左と右、どっちがタイプだ？
Hey, you guys are supposed to be special forces. Be professional.
少女が2名、培養層のような筒状の装置に入って眠っている。指示を請う。
I'll send the footage to HQ. Oh. I mean, I didn't hear the dialogue for a while, so I wasn't sure if I was supposed to read that or...
やばいぜこいつは。なんかわからんが、とにかくやばい。作戦を中止して早いとこずらかろう。
While there didn't seem to be any traps, they had entered a place much more dangerous than expected. As professionals who had lived through numerous dangerous missions, their instinct told them right away that their lives were at risk.
本部からの指示はまだか。落ち着け。敵が潜んでないか周囲を警戒しろ。死神野郎の顔を見た時から嫌な予感がしてたんだ。
師匠、今度は僕の番。
Ah, yes. Meanwhile... Wait! Dodging Sarika as she jumped at me, I tried to focus on the communications between the command car and the unit inside.
先生、どうかしたんですか？
I'm not sure what happened, but there seems to be some trouble. We've got to hurry and connect the pets, girls. Then, a tense voice came in from the command car. Uh-oh. Kaboom! A loud explosion ripped through the air, and the line went dead.
何？今の音。
Toy box? Please respond. Toy box! The line had gone completely silent.
こちらアルファ版。どうしたトイボックス。応答しろ、おい。
Yep. Yep, of course something went wrong. Oh, what happened? There's a girl missing.
畜生、どうなってやがる。しょぼい麻薬密売工場を叩く。楽なミッションじゃなかったのか。おそらく武装ヘリの襲撃を受けたんだろう。冗談じゃねえぞ。すぐに撤退しよう。
釣れないな。せっかく来たんだし、あたしと遊んでってよ。
Uh-oh.
あ
Oh, damn.
仲間殺されてすぐ反撃できるんだ。なかなか訓練されてるね。
何者だ。
Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. They did a damn fine job designing these test tube girls. I'm just gonna leave it right there.
人んちに勝手に上がり込んどいて何者だはないでしょ。まあいいけどさ、どうせ殺すし。でもその前にちょっと遊んじゃおうっと。
Oh my lord.
鉄の接続を確認。
Arata, what have you done to her?
どこ行くの師匠。
We're done.
女の子に恥かかせるなんてひどいよ。
Plan. Your eyes open.
そうだった。キスされるのかと。
はい、こちらもリンク完了。やればできるじゃないですか。
はあ、ドキドキする。
You girls need more male company.
とはいえ、
Male interaction.
黒率たったの 5%。
5%? What? What does that even mean? The pet system becomes more powerful the more synchronized the user's senses are. In theory, if you can reach 100%, even a rookie can replicate a veteran sniper's skills. Or so I was told. What's the situation?
この化け物め。
What happened? Alpha 1, please respond. Alpha 1! We lost contact. They were clearly under attack, so either they were still engaged or they had been killed. I suspect it was the latter. The command car had gone silent, so the other assault teams must have been confused. HQ wasn't responding either. They didn't have enough information to assess the situation yet. It seems like we've got a worst case scenario here. I figured we should contact HQ and request backup. Will we survive until backup arrived? We have no idea who we were up against. If this really was just a drug smuggler's hideout, like we had been told, there was no way their traps could have neutralized our special forces. Sound of rotors beating the air rapidly approached us. I could make out a silhouette of the helicopter in the moonlight, the protrusions extending from the round body suggesting that it had machine guns on board. It's a gunship! The term gunship refers to armed transport helicopters. While not as powerful as an attack helicopter, a gunship certainly has enough anti-personnel equipment to threaten us. A bead of sweat trickled down my forehead. I mean, really, a fucking helicopter with guns and artillery on it is enough to... That's all you really need to know. I mean, that's enough to scare anybody. Only 5%. But if this raises our chances of survival by 5%, then it's not bad at all. Thank you, Ganessa. I'll give you a kiss when I get back.
どういたしまして。別にいませんが。
Man, I bet Surika-san must be fuming right now.
ずるい。師匠、僕も。
Alright, you're all getting a kiss if we make it back alive. Oh, you better You better stick to that promise, my boy.
絶望の中に生きる希望を見出すのが有益だわ。
I believe that is Thanatos talking. Who's there?
あら、私のこと忘れてしまったの？寂しいわね、ミートパイ。
Meat Pie? Meat Pie is a nickname given to me by my comrades from my old squad. They call me that because I used to eat a lot of meat pies. Okay. I can only think of one person who might know that fact. And had access our communications line. Is that you, Thanatos-san?
やっと思い出してくれた。あなたにとってはもう過去の女ってわけね。
Somebody that she used to know. Also, looks like they decided to give Thanatos Kazuki's basically Kazuki's avatar. I mean, I know, you know, that's technically who Thanatos is, you know, basically Kazuki's clone, but I do just distinctly remember that during the Grisaia Phantom Trigger anime adaptations, they did have like Kazuki's avatar to represent Thanatos, so maybe that's probably what it is. Maybe they decided to do that here because they did the same thing in the anime adaptation of Grisaia Phantom Trigger. And who's also a supercomputer and your best friend. She's a reliable ally. The pet system is nothing in comparison.
聞こえていますよ。後で覚えていやがれ。
Girl, it's true.
おしゃべりはおしまいよ。今すぐそこを離れて。ダンシングがすでにあなたたちを見つけているわ。
Like, what's some experimental voodoo compared to a fucking supercomputer? Get out of here. Come on, Nessa. Where should we go?
把握している敵の位置情報を端末に送るわ。
Thank you. According to the data Thanatos-san sent, our only escape route had already been blocked by enemies. They seem to be approaching via the ground as well.
師匠、ヘリがこっち向いて止まってる。
It's going to shoot! Run! We ran as fast as we could and took cover in a spot where the enemies in the helicopters shouldn't be able to see us. Get down! I pushed Serica and Flan down to the body from behind, shielding them with my own body. A loud rattling noise followed as the helicopter's machine guns swept the area. One hit from those guns could turn a person into mincemeat. Or in your case, a meat pie. When the guns fell silent, we were shrouded in a cloud of white dust. Are you two okay?
どうにか耳がキーンとする。
Yep, guns are loud. Let's make use of this smoke screen. We'll hide inside the factory and regroup with the assault team.
先生、私
Leave it. Come on, let's run.
了解です。かしこま。
I'm still wondering where the rest of the squad is, because there's no way there's only like 2 girls on the field, right? Like, there's only 2 girls in the entirety of Class D. It was quiet inside the building. There were traces of a battle having taken place in the hallway, but it didn't look like the fighting had been fierce. The assault team must have cleaned up all the enemies quickly and efficiently. Well, not all the enemies. But then what was that noise we heard before we lost contact with them? It's a monster! Was there really some kind of monster lurking ahead?
よっしゃ、やるぞ。お腹痛くなってきた。
Okay, so Serica's more blonde. I thought she was like pink hair like Murasaki. If there was, I'd rather not run into it while the girls were with me. I wouldn't be able to protect them, not the way I am now. But that gunship was still waiting for us outside. It was wiser to try and regroup with our allies first. Too bad Miyahama Academy doesn't have a SAM turret. Or a rocket launcher. Maybe they do have a rocket launcher, but they probably didn't bring it with them. Donado-san! Are there any enemies left inside?
生き残ってる監視カメラをハッキングしたわ。見える範囲に敵は見当たらない。ただし、味方も見当たらないわね。通信もあなたたち以外孤立したままよ。
The special forces had split up into 3 assault teams. Have they all gotten wiped out? That couldn't be. They were professionals. Not professional enough for some superhuman lab creation, apparently. What's this building really used for? Wasn't it just a production plant for illicit drugs? We had also been told that they were making cheap, inferior stuff here. That's why only the bare minimum of troops had been deployed, and why Class D had been allowed to observe.
偽情報をつかまされたようね。認めたくはないわ。
Or inconsistent. That's probably the nicest way to put it. Inconsistent. If it fooled you, we must be dealing with a very clever ploy.
さあ、デッドストップども。ペットの有用性を示した。死ぬならその後でどうぞ。
Shut up, you quack! When we followed the hallway that our troops were likely to have taken, we came across a hidden door. It was equipped with an electronic lock, but the door was open. Keeping an eye on our surroundings, we tentatively stepped inside. Okay, so yeah, the girl on the left, that's the girl Arata kissed at the beginning. Luckily, she's still in there. First thing we saw were 2 bodies. I literally just realized something. I forgot to turn on the music display. Yeah, because it doesn't fuck, I'm gonna have to find it later. Yeah, because usually when I have when I do these playthroughs, I usually have it so that it displays the song name of the BGM. Fuck. Here we go. Default. Alright, so this one's called Prison Mind. The first thing we saw were 2 bodies on the floor. 2 of the commandos, lying in a puddle of their own blood, must have encountered an unexpected enemy. Across the room were 2 long cylindrical machines. They almost looked like incubators of some sort. They were connected to a large device that must have been controlling them. I took a closer look and saw a girl suspended in one of the machines. Huh? What was that? When I laid eyes on her, I had a strange feeling.
新たなペッツが反応しています。誰かとリンクしようとしてます。しかし、相手は未登録な個体ですね。故障でしょうか。いや、そんなはずは。私のペッツは完璧なの。
But to be fair, isn't it an experimental device? It's this girl. The signal seems to be coming from her.
彼女？他にも誰かいるのですか？
Yeah. The girl's eyes slowly opened, and she looked up at me through the glass.
そんなはずはありません。ペッツは実験段階の極秘技術ですよ。あなたたち以外で装備しているのは本物のモルモットくらいです。
Well, that seems to be what she is, an actual guinea pig. But this girl right here definitely has it. I feel somebody else's heartbeat beating in my chest, as if it were my own. My heart seemed to be synchronizing with every beat.
心拍数急上昇。あらた、あなたまるで初恋に目覚めた女子中学生みたいですよ。
Or I guess you could say Sarika maybe falling in love for the first time. Could you be quiet for a moment? I tried to focus on the reaction I was getting from the pet system. There was no doubt about it. It was coming from this girl. For all Nessa's objections, I could definitely sense her. I was overcome by an urge to try and connect to her. And then images started pouring into my mind. What kind of images? Oh, those kind of images. Okay. Man, I was hoping it'd be like, I don't know, lewd thoughts or something. those are the images that were popping into my mind when I looked at her. Anyways, I was standing next to two girls, a gun in my hand. At our feet lay a grown-up person wearing a white lab coat, which was drenched with blood. You're going to make a fine terrorist in the future. I want to connect to this girl. Oh, what could that mean? What could this mean? What could that mean? Put my hand against the glass, and she did the same, mirroring my actions. A bullet hit the glass, and it cracked, the liquid inside spilling out, until the incubator shattered from the pressure. Behind me, the assault team leader seemed to be using the last of his strength to lift his gun and pull the trigger. No! Don't shoot! Got the wrong girl. When the second shot pierced the air, I reflexively shielded the girl with my body. God! I'm fine. It didn't go through my vest. Uniforms supplied by Sword are made out of high-performance bulletproof fiber. They're effective against most types of handgun ammo. And even if the armor isn't pierced, a gunshot still has considerable impact on the wearer's body. Yeah. Gunshots still hurt even if they hit the bulletproof vest. I think one of my ribs is broken. Yeah, they're probably supplied with the same bulletproof school uniforms as the Phantom Trigger Squad. Or maybe they're not, since they're Class D. I don't know. I'm Masaki Arata, the instructor of Class D at Mihama Academy. Who are you? Yeah, your name may be L, but that kiss later on is more of a W. Really? We looked each other deep in the eye as we awkwardly introduced ourselves. Why couldn't I take my eyes off her? Well, I mean, she does look pretty good. My heart was beating so fast I could hear my throbbing pulse. I could have stared at her forever. Okay! Yep, definitely down bad. But I can't blame him. There was another gunshot, and I spun around. She's still there?! The assault team leader had been shot in the head. He was dead. There was someone standing behind him, holding a gun. It was a girl who looked eerily similar to Elle. Not really. She was talking to the man who she just killed. Ah, Division. I remember this track. Usually plays with some real devious shit just happened. She used her foot to flip the body over. After confirming that the man was dead, her gaze shifted over to us. Maybe. You could join in on the party. I mean, his heart was beating pretty fast. Everything about the situation suggested that this girl was the monster the commandos have been talking about. She must have come out of the other incubator. I suspect she was the one who attacked the commandos. She'd probably left the room to find and kill the other assault teams before returning here. She didn't appear to be capable of that. She just looked like any ordinary girl. Yeah, she looked like any ordinary girl. Having crept into the girl's blind spot, Sarika tried to punch her from behind. The girl raised her arms in defense when Sarika continued to rain blows upon her. Sarika grabbed one of her arms and twisted it, wrestling the girl to the ground. The punches had just been a feint to make the girl raise her arms. Ooh. Unlike Flan, a sniper specialized in long-range combat, Sarika preferred close quarters combat. She could probably take most professional commandos in a wrestling match. But can she take Rena in a wrestling match? However, the girl rolled forward, freeing her arm from the lock and twisting Sorika's arm instead. Yeah, I mean, the only way I see her taking out professionals in a wrestling match, is if she, you know, she has the agility advantage. And she's able to, like, easily evade most of their attacks, which I imagine is her style. Because I cannot see this girl winning with just brute strength alone. She does not look built for that. She is not Rena. Yeah, with Rena, it makes more sense because, you know, she's pretty big. She's pretty big and tall. This girl, nah. With a moment, Sorika found herself lying on the ground with a gun pointed at the back of her head. Sorika! Aww.
Bye bye.
The girl pulled the trigger, but her gun didn't fire. Is that a kantai? The girl shouted at one of the assault team members lying dead on the floor. He must have taken the gun from his holster. Looking for an alternative, she reached for the gun at Sorika's head, but oh no. R? Oh, L and R, left and right. Okay. Guess that makes sense. L stepped out of her incubator, pointing a gun at the other girl. Somehow she got her hands on my gun. Wait, if Sorika had a gun on her hip, why didn't she just use that in the first place? There was a mischievous glint in the girl's eyes, who L referred to as R. Those were clearly the eyes of a killer. Oh, Chronos? Elle remained expressionless, but her body visibly stiffened. I could feel a tension through the pet system. Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. I know, like, Elle, and she's named Elle because, you know, the whole, you know, left and right scheme. But, you know, expect me to make a whole bunch of Elle memes, Elle references throughout this playthrough. I couldn't tell what she was thinking, but I got the feeling that R was superior to L in terms of power. L was the first one to pull the trigger. Wait, no, hold on. Yeah, that was definitely not the same gun that we saw. Yeah, no, that was definitely not a Desert Eagle. In the previous shots. Stop playing with me. R managed to dodge before the bullet even left the muzzle and pointed her own gun at her older sister. L dove for cover behind the large contraption attached to the incubators, narrowly escaping before shooting back. Well, she's using a Desert Eagle, which means that everybody in this room is getting tinnitus. R was blinded by rage as the shootout intensified. I dragged Sorika and Flan with me to take cover. You two should get out of here. I don't think there are any other enemies left inside the building.
師匠は
Well, Shisho has got a girl to kiss. I'm staying here to help L. Blan, let me borrow your gun. Blan handed me a small caliber handgun that she carries for self-defense. It wasn't much, but it can at least serve as a protective charm.
あいつらどちらも敵では
Yeah, but L saved Serika's life.
なら僕たちも戦います
And get your ass handed to you again? Probably not a good idea. I can't protect the both of you right now.
足手まといってことですかでもこういう時のためにいっぱい訓練もしましたしペッツだってあるし
Put my hands on each of the girls' heads and ruffled their hair. Listen to me, girls. I don't want to see any more of my friends die.
師匠
Any more of my friends die? Oh. Well, that's really not surprising. I mean, all male Grisaia MCs have skeletons in their closet, their own dark pasts. Still, though, that has already got me interested in what could, in Arata's dark past. What's his past like? What happened to him?
外には武装ヘリが待ち構えているわよ
Oh yes, the copter's still out there. Blan, collect your rifle immediately when you get outside, and prepare to fire. The Nato-san will tell you your position.
サポートするわ
Thanks. Now go. The sisters were too preoccupied with their gunfight to notice Serika and Flan leaving the room. They both took care not to waste any bullets. They waited until the moment was right, and only shot when it was most likely to do damage. However, R was at a clear advantage. He was approaching L, who was still taking cover, slowly wearing her down. I stood up and pointed Flan's gun at R. Don't move!
あ何逃げなかったのま逃げても外の連中にやらせるけど
They? I fixed my eyes on R and took aim.
そんな豆鉄砲でやり合う気
It's not the size that matters. You get hit at this range, it's still going to hurt.
ま死にはしないにしても死ぬほど痛いでしょうね当たれ当たるのそんなプルプルしてて
She was right. The muzzle of my gun was trembling. It was the effect of an old injury. The reason I retired from active service. Ooh. I'm sure I can land at least one hit. When I pulled the trigger to fire the first round, R was no longer where I last saw her. The blink of an eye, she lowered her stance and lunged at me, as if sliding along the ground. She was aiming for my front leg. She's fast! Hi-yi!
おっそはいテイクダウン
I could see what she was doing, but my body couldn't keep up. Next thing I knew, I was looking at the ceiling and R was sitting on top of... Well, if you ask me, I'd say your situation has improved.
気持ちよく行かせて
Okay. Well, looks like R is gonna be real acquainted with the D. L jumped out from her hiding spot and pointed her gun at her younger sister. Oh no! Why you gotta blue ball her, L?
バカ
Good thing Serika isn't here to see this. The reason R had pushed me down was to lure her opponent out. L fell right into her trap. L!
気持ちいい前から真面目腐ったあんたのどてっぱらに弾ぶち込んでやりたかったのよ
Oh, she's...
気持ちよすぎて言っちゃい
Oh, she crazy. She crazy. The enraptured look on R's face distracted me, which she took advantage of by kicking me in the side. Let out a small groan and tried to crawl over to Elle, now clasped on the floor. She was curled up in a ball, nursing her fresh wound. Yep, she took an L, alright. My broken rib ached with every move. I could only hope it hadn't pierced my lung. Elle, are you okay?
どうして逃げなかったんですか?
I wasn't sure how to respond to that. Something's telling me that I can't allow you to die here.
二人とも死んでしまっては意味ないのでは?
You don't mince words, do you? But you're right. That's why I've prepared a backup plan. Even though I don't like relying on that quack for anything.
聞こえてますよ。あなたには簡単に死なれては困ります。スペック被験者第1号です。今後も有用なデータを提供してもらわない。
How's it look, Ganessa?
反応良好。あなたたち磁石の S 極と U 極のように使い合っています。何なんですかこれ?
So in other words, that's my cue to ship it, right? Sorry, Serica, but we've got some potential here. You heard her, Elle. Can you sense my presence?
はい。
勝率は 30%。まだまだいけそうです。そこのあなた。
Damn, 30%? While Serica and Flan were only 5? Ouch. I handed my device to Elle.
はい。はあ、なるほど。
What is Ganessa telling her exactly?
ねえ、何こそこそやってんの?
R suddenly fired a shot at us, and I shielded Elle to prevent her from being hit. Gah!
なかなか頑丈なスーツね。でも貫通しなくても痛いでしょ? 死ぬほど痛いよね。
Yeah, I mean, geez, a 9mm hitting armor would be painful enough, but a 50 AE? Yeah.
バンバンバンバン。
I may have wanted to be Arata when R was straddling him, but not right now. Ah! Ah!
あなた。
I'm fine. The shower of bullets left me motionless on the floor, and I felt Elle gently embrace me.
あなた、しっかりしてください。
Gonna explain everything to you, right? What did she tell you to do?
見つめ合ってキスをしよう。
Oh! So this was all Ganessa's doing, huh? Well, I gotta say, Ganessa the real MVP.
触れ合いなさい。抱き合いなさい。口づけをなさい。さあ。
Good! Good shit, Ganessa. Good shit. You the real MVP.
しても構いませんか? キス。いいなら許可を。
So yeah, now we're back to here. I wonder why they decided to start the game off with this scene. I mean, I guess it's to, like, surprise the audience in a way, because, you know, that's what the Grisaia series does from time to time. Yeah, it's probably the only explanation I could come up with, just to surprise the audience. I saw a hint of embarrassment in Elle's otherwise blank expression. She's beautiful. Indeed she is. I suppose this is one of the perks of my job. How am I supposed to do that?
行動で示していただければ。
Yeah. I'll close her eyes and pucker her lips and blow herself up. I felt a connection with her.
リンク確認。シンクロ率66、72%。素晴らしい数値です。これは本当にすごい。
Our lips parted. I found Elle looking up at me with shimmering eyes, as she coyly spoke up.
何をお望みですか、マスター。あなたが命令するなら、私は人類を滅ぼすこともできます。
Again, please do not do that. We have to survive first. Let's get out of
承
here.
りました、マスター。
Al stood up, leaving my side.
何イチャついてんのよ。死にかけで種族保存本能でも目覚めちゃった？マスターの命により、あなたを無力化します。
Oh boy. R gritted her teeth and bit her lip upon hearing L's words.
だから生意気だっつってんだよ、失敗作だ。
Wait, I just realized. She's supposed to be a defect, right? To me, that's another reason why she's called L. Because, you know, she's a failure. She's considered a failure. Oh my god. No. The Grisaia team, front wing riders, they knew exactly what they were doing. They had to have known exactly what they were doing when they named her L. Before R realized it, L grabbed her gun hand and twisted her wrist. R winced visibly, and the gun dropped to the floor. However, she managed to struggle free and take a step back, putting some distance between the two. L seemed to have predicted that response though, as she closed the distance again immediately. The melee battle was so fierce neither girl had the time to catch her breath. L was gaining the upper hand, and R was forced to go on the defensive.
いつの間にこんな技を。マスターの力を借りた今の私に、あなたは勝てない。怪我をする前に降参なさい。クソブスが出来損ない。不良品、欠陥品。妹より優れた姉がこの世にいるわけないだろうが。
I mean, that's often how it works, right? L continued showering blows upon R as the younger girl kept on spouting abuse at her. L grabbed R's arm, which was raised in defense, and twisted it. It was the same technique that Serica had tried to use before. Ooh! I heard a snap. I heard a very unpleasant snap. R managed to wiggle free, but she must have hurt her joints when she forced herself out of L's arm lock. She winced and rubbed her sore shoulder. It was no wonder that R was shocked. She knew the limits of her sister's strength better than anybody. But now she was also fighting against me, a complete stranger. The close quarters combat techniques L used were mine. She was drawing from my skills using the pets. Mmm.
私のペットで、そして勝ち取るのです。正式採用を。
This girl's really proud of her job. Be quiet, you quack.
妹より優れた姉などこの世にいちゃいけないんだ。投降しなさい、R。その肩の怪我ではもう戦えないわ。お姉ちゃんが介抱してあげるから。
See, now what I'm wondering is, who will win the fight between L and Rena? I suspect, you know, even though Rena's my best girl, and even though I literally just met L, I kind of feel like if L is like some like a human with like enhanced abilities, then I feel like she's gonna win. Rena might be strong, but I think L could potentially be stronger. R leapt away in a forward roll and snatched a knife from one of the commando's bodies. Then she threw it at me. Oh, but then again, Rena has like resilience on her side. Girl's basically a tank. Even if there was superior enemies, she wouldn't go down without a fight. Elle jumped in to shield me. The knife ended up grazing my arm. Her arm. I saw her opportunity and was about to go on the offensive again until she realized that I had my pea shooter trained on her. She turned around and bolted away. R was already outside before her threat could sink in. Yeah, don't you need to follow your sister? I see. How are your injuries? How are your injuries? Can you show me? The knife wound in Elle's arm wasn't deep. It didn't seem like she had been shot in the vitals either. However, she needed medical attention as soon as possible. Your heart is racing, isn't it? You only really notice how tense you are once the adrenaline starts to wear off. I think this is a new track too. A fate to cling to. I can feel a heartbeat via the pet system, whether I wanted to or not. Man, we are off to a spicy start, aren't we? Wonder what she meant by that. I'll be fine as long as I'm still alive. In fact, that appeared to be the case. A wave of relief washed over Elle. She leaned forward and embraced me. This feels nice. Why does this make me feel so at peace? Because you're getting hugged by the girl you love? Man, I'm starting to think that this may not even be a harem, unlike the other Grisaia entries. This might, or a pseudo harem. This might just be like an Arata and Elle story. Puzzled by this strange feeling, I lean into Elle's embrace. Uh-oh. A gunship's machine guns could easily shoot through the thin, corrugated metal walls of the factory. The enemy likely intended to destroy this equipment and any other evidence that they were forced to leave behind. Plan! Are you in position? Oh, I remember this track. Mission start. Yeah, I'm fine. But things aren't looking good. If that gunship starts shooting at the building, I'll be dead. Yeah, no pressure, Flan. You'll be fine. Calm down and do what you always do. I don't think so. Flan's rifle is special. Ganessa? Only 5%. Better than 0. I'm counting on you, Flan. Oh my god! That looks like maybe a Barrett M95? Either way, judging by the muzzle and the sheer size of this bad boy, this looks like a 50 BMG or some anti-material rifle. Good lord! There is no way this little ass loli is carrying this much weight. Then again, I do remember Machina in the whatchamacallit, the Eden of Grisaia, wielding a pink Barrett 50 cal. The pet system had added my skill level to Flan's. May not have improved her stats by much, but it gave her confidence. Her trust in me has some sort of placebo effect at least. The gunship. which had been circling over the factory, finally appeared in Flan's sight as she aimed her rifle from the shadows.
よーく狙って。あ、エリがこっち向く。気づかれたみたい。やばいよ、またさっきのが来る。ミンチにされちゃうよ。ほら、早く。うるさいな。
Let her focus.
トリガーを引く指先が震える。外したらみんなが死ぬ。
Oops. Flan! Believe in me and shoot! Flan winced when the powerful recoil hit her, but the bullet ended up exactly where she aimed, in the helicopter's cockpit. Nice! She didn't hit the pilot in the vitals, but the round was powerful enough to seriously injure them all the same. The gunship staggered in the air before turning around and retreating. You know what? I'm still not sure why I didn't give her a smaller rifle, like what Toka had. That Remington 700, but you know what? I mean, whatever works. Good job! The gun Flan uses is an anti-material. Yeah, it's plenty effective on something like a helicopter. Anti-material rifles are also known as anti-tank rifles. The caliber is large enough to shoot through the thick armor of the tank. Oh no, it's just because she's a terrible sniper. What? Let out a chuckle. Due to its large caliber, an anti-material rifle can do fatal damage without hitting the target in its vitals. In other words, even an unskilled sniper can kill a target as long as they land a hit somewhere. And as long as they can carry the damn thing and handle its recoil. Because those things are heavy as shit. I mean, that gun is literally as big as her, probably bigger. Some might consider it inhumane to use such a powerful weapon on human targets, but terrorists themselves don't follow the Geneva Conventions either. So why should we? That seems to be our organization's stance. I mean, you can't really argue with that logic. Creepy girl. Thanks. You did a great job. He's silent because he already used his kiss on L. Upon hearing the word kiss, I turned to look at L. Now that we weren't in such a tense situation anymore, I was left feeling a bit awkward. And that feeling was transmitted to L via the pets. I'm tired. I need a nap. I escaped the situation by acting tired. Well, maybe I wasn't pretending. After almost dying back there, I really did need to rest and recover. Woo! Elle sat down on her knees and violently patted her thighs. I hesitated for a moment before finally giving in to the demands of my body, which were screaming for rest. Thanks. Realizing that I somehow managed to protect my students through all of this, I was overcome by a sense of relief. I rested my head in Elle's lap and let my consciousness drift. At this time, I still had no idea that a storm of death was brewing right beside me. What the hell? The city is on fire. The tower, which can be said to be the most iconic landmark of Japan, is drooping its head as it bowing under the pressure of this overwhelming violence. The Tokyo Tower? These images are being broadcast to the whole world via the internet. The ones carrying out this horrific broadcast are...
あなた方の敵だ。
Ah, yep, our main enemy, the main villains. In Fan Trigger, we got the fatal answer, and now we have Hadio.
今日より始まるはセブンリカーション。世界を作り直すための大いなる通過儀礼。まずはその一つ目だ。
セブンリカーションだと。ヘイリオとか言ったな。ふざけた連中だ。
Hey, Sengoku and
大
Nogami.
規模テロをあと6回起こすつもりでしょうか。
Nice to see these two again.
そしてその先にあるのは人類の滅亡、世界の再生。
馬鹿げた話だわ。中学生がノートの隅に書いた妄想のよう。
ご機嫌斜めだね。
こうも見事に出し抜かれてはね。無然とするのが普通じゃないかしら。
人間ならばね。
彼ら、もしくは彼女たちが私を出し抜く力を持っていることは紛れもない事実。セブンリカーションとやらが達成されれば、あるいは本当に世界が終わるかもしれないわよ。
Fuck. Man. Oh my god. If the Nows is saying they can outsmart her, a supercomputer, then yeah, that's really saying something.
それは困るな。今までしてきたことが全て無駄になってしまう。
のんき言ってる場合ですか。
こんな映像を見せられたらいっそのんきにもなるだろうよ。
かくして平和な時代は終わりを告げ、人類の歴史は最終章へと突入する。
Yeah, alright, whatever you say, Thanos.
残された時をどうか大事に過ごしてほしい。ではまた次回会おう。その時まで。
Prologue, Side S. Hey!
ゴム工場で働く近藤さん。
Woo! After the rain, the shining road is playing in the background too. Woo! Michiru. Not one of my best girls. But this is the start. This is the start of the return. The return of the OG cast. Let's go. However, as exciting as this is, I think that I should continue this in the next playthrough. I'm going to stop right here.
セーブします。
But yeah, that was the first, I don't know how many minutes, like, I think pretty sure, like, oh yeah, over an hour of, Grisaia Chronos Rebellion. But yeah, it was mainly about, well, at least some of the new characters. Arata seems, I'm liking Arata so far. I'm definitely liking L and that little thing they clearly have together, the little relationship they have together. Serika and Flan, they're pretty likable as well as Nessa. But like I said, I'm interested in meeting more of the other new girls as well. But not as interested as I am, of course, returning to the original cast once again. But yeah, other than that, thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. Subscribe to my channel, follow me on Twitter, and I will see you guys next time.